it down. According to the provost, Franklin Lerum, he said the closure is to guarantee the safety of their staff because the protest has been hijacked by hoodlums. So this morning I've got George Brown Pelami. He's the National River State Student President at the school, and we will be talking about this. Good morning, George. Ouch. Okay, we have to get George back on the phone. Let's see. Let's see. All right, while we're trying to get George on the phone, we will listen to what the provost of the institution told newsmen over the weekend.
The protest is still going on, despite the various appeals made to the students to go back to their classroom. And from what we are hearing, students say they want to continue to go to the road, and somewhat violent from Monday. And it is as a result of that management say that the school should be closed down. From Friday the 18th of June 2021, that the school should be closed. All students should vacate the hostel. The protest is hijacked by hoodlums and will lead to affecting their lives and then also affecting the property of both the host community and other people around.
All right, so the provost has said that we've appealed to the students several times. Please get off the road. The students actually took the protest to the Query Road right in front of their school compound. So they left campus, went to the road, and, traffic gridlock, and all that. We have Brown back on the line, George Brown. Good morning, George.
Good morning, ma.
Thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
Thank you very much.
All right, so the provost said that the students have said they want to continue with the strike. That's one of the main reasons why they had to shut it down. How is that?
That is what we are currently working on right now. It is because the students have seen that their demands have not been met, and they don't want to back out. That's just the thing. They are really angry, and the situation of things are not getting better, because the students have once opened for dialogue. On Friday, we are opened for dialogue till Monday. That is what we asked the management. We called some people to ask the management to call for dialogue on Friday to Monday, but it was a surprise to us on Saturday afternoon. We were seeing a letter from the provost telling the students to vacate the hostels. So that means, how do we vacate the hostels? Like, if we are going to vacate the hostels, how do we dialogue? So we don't understand. Even we told the Dean of Student Affairs that, okay, since you are the intermediate between the management and the students, please notify the management that we are ready for dialogue. That is what we told them. But we were surprised. We are being asked to leave the hostel. So the students are now angry, and their students are now angry, and they said they want to do the protest because the management is not doing what they asked them to do.
All right, so the protest started on Tuesday. George, what is it really that the students are protesting over? What is it?
They are protesting for social amenities like water, light. They are also protesting for infrastructures like building of new lecture rooms, lecture halls, because the lecture halls are not adequate. And also equipment, accreditations of courses. Most of the courses have lost accreditations. So they are asking for accreditation of courses. And also the school environment. When rain falls, the place used to be flooded. So this is all what they are asking. And also the hostels, they are not clean. The toilets are not clean. The parents are complaining for infections every day. So these are all what they are asking. Equipment for practicals. because all of them are complaining that this is a practical school and none of the machines, almost all the machines are not working. So how do they perfect their skills? How do they perfect their skills? This is a professional course. When you graduate from this place, you are going to the labor market. Not just the labor market, the health institution. You are going there to work. You are dealing with patients. So how do you apply the knowledge? These are just many majorly theories here. So this is what the students are asking.
Okay, so we spoke to some of your colleagues last week when the protest started, and they said they were being told to pay for the accreditation of courses by the NUC. Are you aware of that?
Yes, I am.
What is that about?
What the directive is from the deans of the various schools. So although they are asked to pay, they are also aware of that. So it is not of doubt they were asked to pay.
So the courses are supposed to be accredited, and the school is saying the students have to pay for the courses to be accredited.
Yes.
All right, so the protest started on Tuesday. When did the school authority reach out to you for dialogue? Can you move away from the whatever it is that is interfering, please? Can you move away from there, please?
Hello?
Yeah. You need to move away a bit from whatever it is. There's some interference, either the radio that's on and loud or something. Help us.
All right, I'm after.
All right, so the protest started on Tuesday. When did the school reach out for, dialogue?
Officially, they've not told us, because when this protest started on Tuesday, the students were angry till Wednesday, Thursday. So we said that, okay, there is a need for dialogue, because we cannot continue agitating every day. We need to learn. There are final year students that are waiting for their national to write and, leave the school. And so other things to do in the school. So the students felt that, okay, please come for us to dialogue. On Friday, we passed out the information. The ASUP chairman is aware. The Dean of Student Dean of Student Affairs is aware. We asked them, okay, this is what we students want. Please call the management, let us dialogue. But it was to no avail, seeing the letter, the memo, the provost, raised up on Saturday, telling the students to keep the hostels.
All right, so your provost said that he didn't think that this was the best way to go about making the demands. How would you respond to that?
Well, like I said before, we have opened for dialogue, but it is
When?
It's on Friday.
No, before the protest started. I don't know, you're in 300 level, right?
You said?
You're in 300 level, right?
Yes.
Have things always been this bad?
Yes. Before I came also.
Okay, so when you students got tired, did you approach the school's management to say, this has been on for years, we've been paying fees, and things are not getting better? Could you help us tell the person who's with you to just back up a bit so that we can hear you? There's a lot of interference from that side. Hold on, George. So when you students got together and decided that you're fed up, right? Nothing is changing. Did you try to approach the school's management? That's my question.
The SUG has approached the management severally, but it was to no avail.
Management didn't say anything, or what they said wasn't, pleasing to you?
The management has not acted, to be sincere.
Okay, so they didn't take any action?
Yes.
All right, so what happened on Saturday?
Sorry?
What happened on Saturday?
What happened on Saturday is that it was on Saturday in the afternoon. It should be about 12 to 1 p.m. We saw a memo by the provost telling the students to vacate the schools, that the school has been shut down. with immediate effect. That was what happened, and police was here to make sure that every student leave the school campus.
So how did the students receive that news?
Sorry, sir?
How did the student community, how did the students receive that news?
Through WhatsApp, Facebook.
Yeah, so they saw the message. They saw the message on WhatsApp?
Yes, and on Facebook.
Is that a notice board where these things are normally placed?
Hello?
I said, is there no notice board where these things are normally placed?
Yes, it was later on we saw it on the notice board.
Okay. Okay. So how did the students receive the news? Because, I mean, I imagine that you carry out your protest, then you go back on campus, back to hostels that you complain about. How did they receive this news on Saturday that they were to go home?
They received it through WhatsApp, Facebook.
All right.
So, we are surprised.
Yeah, but this morning you're still on campus. How is that?
Yes, we are still on campus. Even other students are still on campus because they have nowhere to go. Some of them are non-indigenous. Some of them are from other states, Abia State, Abuja, FCT, and Lagos, and all the rest. So they have not gotten transport to go to their houses, and their parents they are not aware. So the thing is that most of them are stranded here and they cannot leave.
So what is likely to happen?
Okay?
What is likely to happen to those students? Because as it is, you're breaking the law. All right, George, let's take a breather. Commercial will play in a bit, but we will take some calls at this time. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0003, 0817 923 0009 are the numbers to call. WhatsApp 080 903 06416. We're live on Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. Good morning.
Good morning, Enoh. My name is Friday from Port Harcourt. In that aspect of that school, at least I've worked in that Eco Bank there, that school has been like that.
All right.
The school, the management does not even care about the welfare of the students. If you go to that school, you see a dustbin close to the hostel. It's very bad. They don't even care the health. And that school is called River State College of Health Science and Management Technology. But they are not there. They are not maintaining the health, the sanity of the school. It's very dirty. If the school are protesting for all these things, they don't have classrooms, my dear, go and visit that place by yourself. You will weep for the students schooling in that place. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Go Chris from Rubiakani. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Enoh. Hello?
Yeah, Chris, we're listening.
Yes, I think the students were not properly informed, because normally when you have problems like that, you have to first of all discuss with the school management. For me, I think like the sanitation, all of them were talking about who is supposed to clean the school.
I know that schools have cleaners that clean the bathrooms and the hostel area. You don't know that?
I know that these students are not kids. I know how some students behave.
Chris, cleaners are paid to clean the hostels. They're paid to clean the bathrooms and the surroundings of students' lodges. Emeka is in Transamani. Good morning, Emeka. Let's hear you.
Yes or no? Although I don't know the school, but it's unfortunate that a school that deals with health is so untidy, and the students are even protesting, and the management are not responding or even shutting them down. I've been thinking, how is it that in the market where we sell food stuff is the dirtiest place? These are ironies of life. I think the students should and the government should intervene and then
help our educational sector is falling aside. It's falling apart. And then the students should continue. They should leave. They shouldn't chase them away. Some of them will have a place to go, so that they can continue with their education.
So for those who may not know, if you're driving from Ikwe Road, once you pass the Aji flyover, right? That's the one that has that Sani Abacha is to your right? So once you pass Sani Abacha Junction and you move further down, the school is there, right? That's where the school is. Yeah, school is there. Rivers State College of Health, Science and Management Technology. On Facebook, Kingboy Eze says the provost of that college has failed in all ramifications, should be sacked. He can't provide ordinary water on campus. The state government and Commissioner of Education should not close the school, because what the students are asking for is basic social amenities that should have been provided by the state government and the school's management. The affairs of students should be taken serious by this government. Why will consider? So the best way to curb protests in an institution is by shutting down the school. How about addressing the challenges students pointed out in their demands? This is indeed shameful. I urge students not to lie low, but to persist until their demands are met. And thank God that Twigbu is asking, why will the provost and the management of the institution take care of their responsibility when their children are schooling abroad? Well, I don't know that. Commercial, and we keep talking. When I train for Port Harcourt, stay tuned.
The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the Euros take center stage. It's Euro 2020 in 2021, with scenes all over the European continent, traversing state lines and capitals, from Rome to Baku, St. Petersburg, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Glasgow, Copenhagen, Seville, Munich, and London. The coverage is global, and the cast nationwide, covering every blade of grass on Nigeria's #1 radio station for sports and talk, Nigeria Info. Reach out for sponsorship and advertising. Euro 2020 with Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info. Live football, just the way you like it. The European club football season is over, but football never sleeps. Enter the UEFA European Football Championship. The pandemic could only delay, but never deny the fans the excitement they crave as the
30 minutes gone past 8 o'clock. You're just tuning in. We're having the region's biggest conversation, and that is the College of Health Science and Management Technology, River State College of Health Science and Management Technology, shutting down over student protest that has persisted for 3 days. Started on Tuesday, but on Wednesday, Thursday, they said no one had addressed them. And then on Friday again, then Saturday, there was that memo that the school has been closed, students should go home. Kufrey James, the provost and management of this institution are indeed incompetent. Students are asking for their rights, and the best solution is shutting down the school. That is so inhumane. The River State government should do something about this for students who are suffering. We are on WhatsApp, 080-90-306-416. I'll read your messages. Let's see. This one says, I have a cousin in that school. For 3 years now, it's been different complaints, all pointing towards management ineptitude. Some of the students are also agitating that their school is a professional school, a medical one, and should be headed by a medical doctor, or at least a medic. They claim that the provost is a professor of agriculture, Mr. P. I don't have that information really. But Justice from Port Harcourt says, good morning. It is the same autocratic leadership approach to issues we see from top to bottom in Nigeria. It's very unfortunate. Ibalafa from Mwebulu says, till now, Ministry of Education could not address little issues. I once was a student. Protest is necessary when things are not going well. They should take their protest to Government House and see whether they will not get results. The provost of the school, I read that already. I was so ashamed when the provost said he was not aware that the generating system was bad. To be honest, if I were the governor, that alone should have gotten him sacked. The governor should intervene and upgrade the facility in order to effect effective learning. Beneka Samuel from Port Harcourt. Cry, my beloved country. NK, good morning. Enoh, this is a repeat of NSAS. Once you protest for justice, you're shot down. So, we have a commissioner for education, right? David is in Yenagua. David West, good morning.
Thank you, Madam Enoh. Once again, good morning. Now, let me form my opinion by way of this. If we have all collectively, immediately after the June 12th protest, agreed that, yes, protest is the right of every individual of Nigeria, why then should the students of health technology protest and they will be asked to go home? Well, anyway, I want to just make an appeal to the governor of River State. He has been donating monies, opening new faculties. He should also at least 1.5 billion naira to rehabilitate the water and the good sanitary condition of that school. Will not be a bad thing. Let him also give them, even if at all, 1.5 billion can make a good way. That school is called College of Health Technology, and they have bad sanitary conditions. And these same people, when they graduate, they are the same health officers, the sanitary inspectors we see that goes around to people's home to check the health condition of people's environment. Then if where they are learning, their own home is like that, what does it tell us? So for God's sake, students should not pay for accreditation. It is not the duty of students to pay for accreditation. The governor should immediately order the commissioner for education to go to the school, speak with the school management, make neat assessment and go back to him to demand for money for him to release funds so that the school will be properly equipped.
All right.
And the students will go back to school.
Thank you. We've got Walter from Ukpoku. Good morning, Walter.
Yeah, good morning, Enoh. Yeah, you see, the problem I have with this station is that we should be given time because there are many people waiting. So that by the side, since I knew that and since that school was built, like Tani Memorial, as one of my man in my place used to say, that school has been a dirty school. The aim of building that school is not there. Before, those people are called sanitary sectors. That's where they school, they came back and graduated, something like that. But the aim of sanitary is not there. What the students agitated for what they're supposed to get in school, some facilities. They are right. But I want to ask, like the union chairman, if he is on the line, I want to ask if their problem was channeled to the management before this time, before protest.
Okay, so apparently we're in this in Walter. I said the SUG had, approached the school several times, but did not get action. Yeah, so perhaps they had conversations, but it didn't lead to any action that would have solved the problem. Soki Fubara says a lot of things are messed up in government. Government channels a lot of their energy on less pressing issues. Very sad indeed. Go to some roads in Old Port Harcourt Township. You wonder why government is busy doing larger roads when simple small roads are unpassable. Victoria Street, Bundu Road, Degema Street, IB Johnson, list goes on. State Secretariat, the Building of Pride to Rivers people is begging for attention. Simple things that need to be done are left unattended to. My hostel and its environs back then at Uniport was a mess, so I'm not surprised. All right, let's play some, sounds from the provost. We spoke to him last week. That must have been Tuesday when the protest began. And these are some of the things that he said. Please listen.
That gen has been giving us problem. Of course, it's an old gen. It has been giving us problem. And it's going to the point where I think that gen should be changed. And we do not have that kind of resources to be able to change that gen right now. Usually what we do is to put water for them with a smaller gen. Ideally, it was a long weekend and we just resumed work today. And I thought that what they would have done is to bring all that matter together and then management will put itself together to see how that problem will be solved. But that I didn't see. The only thing I saw is the protest which they are doing on the road. Accreditation is not an internal thing. But even we have tried using internal generated revenue to do some of our accreditation. The few ones were able to handle. But we have a bigger case now because many of the programs now need accreditation. And like as a tertiary institution, accreditation is normally the government supported activity for tertiary institutions. We have made our views known to the government, and government is doing something about it. We are paying among the least school fees in the state. The college spend about 55% or more of its internal generated revenue. So hire part-time lecturers and temporary staff that are helping us to teach the students in order to meet up the requirement of our regulatory bodies. To maintain the hostels, to maintain the sanitation requirement of the college, cut the graphics and take care of all other things, pay electricity and require quite a lot.
So why are the students still complaining, and why do they say that the rooms, the bathroom areas, the environment is very dirty? Our correspondent was there, by the way, and the report that came back was that that place was in a mess. Text from Oyibo says, good day, Enoh. Remember how Oga Commissioner of Education even called you in the studio about the alleged Olanada Secondary School protest? Why is nobody from River State government reacting in similar manner? For Oga Rector to publicly claim ignorance, I think Governor Wike's press secretary should have released a press statement announcing his replacement by today. But if these institutions are under the Ministry of Education, shouldn't Oga Commissioner even suspend himself at least? Text send that in from Oyibo. I'm waiting for the state government to respond by saying the students are demarketing River State and are sponsored by the opposition. This is the only way our government responds to issue, no matter how delicate it is. Back to the phone line, 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009 are the numbers to call. If you're a student and perhaps there's some things that your nurse president missed out you'd like to tell us, feel free to join the conversation. Frank Yobo Kelvin in Port Harcourt says, good morning, Enoh. The students have not demanded for much, not a reduction of tuition. What they are simply demanding for is the health condition and infrastructural decay for possible maintenance by the government. Why are the students then asked to leave the school campus for simply demanding for a clean environment? Does River State have a commissioner for education? If it does, I think it's not doing something right. You should tell us if it's a square peg in a round hole or afraid of sack if it notifies the governor. Those students haven't asked for anything extraordinary. It's basically the basic, and we cry Buhari and claim he's not allowing for demonstration. I wonder what the school authority is doing. Anthony is calling from Agri Road. Good morning, Anthony.
Good morning, Enoh.
Yeah, let's hear you.
I think I'm in line with the provost of the institution to place the school under lock and key for security reasons. And we know the current security situation in the state as it is for now. So I would make a appeal to the students to please go home so that criminal elements don't hijack this protest. And then you know how strategic that institution is, where that the institution is located. So I want to appeal to the students. The Commissioner of Education, they've heard their protest, and also the management of the institution, they've also heard their protest. And I believe His Excellency, the State Governor, is aware of the situation. So they should just go home and allow government to appraise the request they are putting forward. And again, the COVID-19 protocol is still very well applicable. So I want to appeal to them to just go home. I think in a month or two, government will come up with a solution.
Anthony sounds like he's part of, management. But thing is this, I'm looking at the document that was released. Nothing was said about addressing the demands. What it reads is they took a decision to inform the students that the college has been closed down with immediate effect. Consequently, all students are hereby advised in their own interest to vacate the college, including the hostels, immediately. This to protect lives and properties in the college and around the college host community because of a prolonged protest by students, which started on Tuesday, 15th June 2021 and still ongoing till date. This protest has continued despite the various appeals made to the students by members of the management committee to end the protest and efforts so far made by management to address their agitations. Dean of Student Affairs Scopit, Chief Security Officer Scopit, Professor Franklin Eziho Nlerum Provost sign. So I thought there would be a portion there that would say we're going to work on your demands, but we would need you to leave, so it would be easier for us to get work done. But that is not in that document. Alozia is calling from Amuma. Has left the building. Martins, Agri Road. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Martins.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I want to say about this School of Health Technology matter. You see, government, insensitivity of government is what is causing this. Matters that are bothering the people day to day will not be attended to. Whereas they attend to jobs that are huge, they'll cut away big money. Look at the situation. This was the situation in the secretariat when the secretariat there was no light, no water to flush the toilet. It was left fallow for over 3 years before the attention was given to it. And now look at the issue. This strike, this protest does not conceive in just one day. You can these people have been complaining for some time before this strike, this protest came up. Because the government refused to attend to their demand. That is why the strike came up. So I advise the government and the commissioner to immediately go back and resuscitate the facility there for the students to carry on their academic activities and not to say that they should leave the campuses for their service interests. So the government should do the needful so that these students should carry on their academic activities with urgency. Thank you.
All right. I gather that the West will start exams, I think, today. But Benjamin is in Port Harcourt town. Let's hear him. Good morning, Benjamin. Oh dear. Call again if you can. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0009. Kento says, I know that school has been a dirty place What will it cost government to improve the facilities in an institution that preaches personal hygiene? Part of the age-long problem is the failure of government to have a strong provost as head. See why our primary health workers have been crying over the applied. Che, who will help us? Good luck is calling from Iberi. Okay, so someone sent me a screenshot of Franklin Ilerum's page on Facebook. Lecturer, River State University of Science and Technology, former Assistant Director of Agriculture, River State ADP, studied Rural Sociology and Development at Michael Okpara, studied MSc Agricultural Extension, River State University, lives in Port Harcourt. All right. To you, the student is entitled to live a better life, especially with the issue of health, so the government should look for solutions not to send the students home. Damian Sampson from Akwa Ibom. Good luck. Good morning. After that, Zion, and then get back to the nurse president.
Good morning, Sister Enoh. It's unfortunate that students protested because of the conditions of the environment and no water in the school environment, and the management of the school, in fact, the state government asked them to go back home. It's unfortunate. The students are paying school fees, so they have the right, their fundamental human right, to ask for the environment to be conducive and also to provide water for them in the school. So the government of the state should know that asking the students to go back home is not the best way to settle that issue. So they should provide water for the students, please. God bless you.
All right, thank you. We've got Zion from GRA. Good morning, Zion.
May God bless you this morning. Do you know that a lot of schools, tertiary institutions in this state, that is the situation, but they cannot speak because of what? The school management has imposed a severe means either to rusticate the students that will rise up their heads to protest, or to even expel them or withhold their results. If you take your microphone and your camera to USC, it's the same situation. Take it to River State Body Polytechnic, it's the same thing. Take the same camera to COE, the same thing. The problem is this: when you look at the scenario, the school management is now rehearsing with the government to frustrate the life of the students. And under such condition, you are expecting the students to come out with a good grade. You are expecting them to read when there's an option to sort for them to pass. The school management is the problem. Now look at the comment from the provost of that school. Crisis management techniques is zero. Zero. And this is a man in charge of such a school. Go and study the same school in Delta State, Agbo, to be precise. The same school. I want to beg the River State government to provide the amenities this school needs of not what costs nothing more that it can't handle. And these are professionals for human health. If one of those politicians, their students or their children were there, will this could be complaining? Recently, we saw some politicians, their students graduated abroad. Did you see the beautiful scenario? And it's also a wake-up call to Nigerian students, especially the youth in River State. If you want to live a healthy condition, avoid these present politicians.
Right.
But if you want to keep suffering, keep supporting them. That is just the whole truth about it, Mr. Zion.
All right, we've got George back on the phone from the River State College of Health Science and Management Technology on Equerry Road in Port Harcourt. Hello, George. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so just one question, right? So do you see the letter that was sent out by the provost of the college?
You mean
the press release announcing the closure? Yes, the closure.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
so there's a portion there that says that the closure is to protect lives and properties, and around in the college and around the host community. Is is it true that the protest was hijacked, or is being hijacked by, hoodlums?
The protest is never hijacked. The protest was as peaceful as any other thing. Even the school is also as peaceful as any other thing. So I don't know how people will just come in. I don't know where the security threats are coming in from. I don't know, because as it stands now, the students are also saying they want to protest.
Again, they want to continue the protest today.
Yes, the protest is still, they are still planning on it now, and the only thing that can stop the protest now is if the management wants to dialogue, because that is what the students want right from time. But they have refused. Instead, they are sending us to vacate.
But so hold on, George. But the letter reads that the management, members of the management committee, they've appealed to you to end the protest.
Without result.
They have appealed to us to end the protest without anything, because the reason why we are protesting, the reason why the student community is protesting, is because they want these needs to be met. And these things are not being met. How do you expect them to stop? That is why we want the dialogue. Let them come so that we can dialogue. Let them tell us that, okay, this is what we are going to do from this time to this time, so that we can hold our peace and continue with our elections while we wait for the new development. That is what we are.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
All right. Thank you.
They want to keep protesting until their demands are met. They want dialogue. Come, let's talk about this, and give us a timeline. It's not enough to say you're going to fix it. When? Sounds like a Nigerian problem, right? Evangelist Solomon Dakoro says, asking the students to leave the school is not the way to go. The management should look into the situation and solve the problem for once. The children are having better welfare in their various schools. What are they doing with the tuition? It's not wrong for students to make such requests. Wisdom Brown, this goes to affirm the position of Rivers people. This administration is not doing well in terms of the welfare of students. It's unfortunate. Owanari Benibo says the government of the day has nothing to do with the health sector apart from the small renovations. If the students will protest for bridges built in the campus, it will be welcomed. Maintaining and building other reasonable infrastructure is not in their books. They can't even close it down for life. E.g. New Ma 1 Hospital at Emenike Street, Dio Ma 1, Port Harcourt. Anything health is not important for now. Look at Degema, Bugoman, Abonima General Hospital, still under the renovation. Over 5 years, still under renovation. It's in shambles. If not for the health centers built by the previous administration, my people will see real nto, but thank God we are surviving. What's up? And then I wrap this up this morning. Henry says the present governor of Rivers State was the Minister of State for Education, but his administration as a state governor has been anti-education. Teachers being owed, schools abandoned. All we hear is flyovers like the Marjorie School Project Jamboree himself and Jonathan were into. And now, seeing the school from outside, you don't need anybody to tell you what the school looks like inside. I'm disappointed by the school's management and the government at large. All right, one more call and we're done. One final call this morning. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Fernand. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, go on.
Okay, my contribution to this is that the issue raised is very appalling. I believe that most of the tertiary institutions in Port Harcourt, they pay development levy. And I don't know what the development levy is meant for. If you have been to Pepperoni at a George, I don't think any road user will tell you they have been on traffic for more than 10 or 20 minutes. There's what we call feasibility and viability studies, and most of government projects are based on the viability, social benefit. I don't think that the flyover, so to say, is better than the welfare of the students, because at the end of the day, these are the students that will still go back to maybe UPTH and start giving people wrong injection and other unethical things that is being practiced. I think this is where government should have the focus. And one thing is that if you look at the students, they are asking for dialogue. Nobody is talking to them. And I think that now, I think National Association of Nigerian Students should also make a statement so that people should also rise up to the occasion. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling, and that's a wrap this morning. Reach out to the school's management. Perhaps they'll be maybe more open at this time to, come and let's have a conversation. Tell us exactly what the challenges are and what is possible. Can they give a timeline? Is there something they could do in the interim if they're going to maintain that the children stay at home, or they're going to rescind that decision? That's left for them to communicate with us. But I hear that some people are still stuck in traffic. If you're one of those, how long have you been there? Those who have managed to escape and are now in their offices, would like you to tell us also how long you spent in traffic this morning. You can join Jude after the news at 9 o'clock on Hello Port Harcourt. My name is Enoh Ogbevire. Thank you for your time, and do enjoy the rest of our broadcast.